After giving his heart to Jesus as a teen, Stanislav became very active in his home church in Serbia. He preached many sermons, but the thought never entered his mind to become a pastor. Then the church pastor suggested that he go to a month-long retreat. Stanislav didn't want to go. Then he suggested him to go to study in a seminary in Belgrade. He refused, saying he was old and that he hasn't gone to school in years. But the pastor was very persuasive. He was so passionate in his appeal that he and Stanislav even wept together. Immediately, things started to happen. As Stanislav backed up his car at the retreat, another car hit him. He thought it was a sign to go to the seminary. Then he played a game of soccer with the young people. As he went for the ball, he ran into a tree. Blood splattered everywhere. He thought, maybe this is a second sign. As he was resting later outdoors, something fell into his eye, causing it to swell shut. He thought, this is definitely a sign. I just need to get a little better, and then I will go. Then he went deaf in one ear. He prayed. Okay, God, this is your will. I should go. He stayed at the retreat. Afterward, he went to the seminary. But he wasn't convinced that he was pastoral material. He thought, probably, I will fail the admission test. But he passed it. Then he thought, fine, but I'm sure that I will fail the in-person interview when they question me about my life and motives. He prayed, God, please take this cup away from me. But your will, not mine, be done. Stanislav passed the interview and was admitted into the seminary. Stanislav didn't have enough money to cover the tuition. He hadn't received good marks in high school, and he was sure that no one would contribute to his financial needs. But to his surprise, money flowed into his account as he earned straight A's. He didn't know where the money was coming from, but it always covered his expenses. Exams were particularly scary. During his first year, Stanislav was particularly worried about a theology exam. He simply didn't have time to prepare for it after he was asked to do his own work on campus and the work of several students who had left earlier. When he sat down to take the exam, he found that all the questions were based on the materials that he had studied. He easily passed the exam. That day was a turning point for Stanislav. He realized that he needed to stay at the seminary and study. Stanislav went on to become one of the first seminary students to receive a full scholarship. When the once reluctant seminary student spoke with Adventist Mission, he was just weeks away from his graduation. From being a bad student, I'm now getting a good grade, which is pretty good, the 41-year-old says. God is working. I couldn't have done it without him. Thank you for your 13th Sabbath offerings 3 years ago that helped open a new church in the greater metro area of Belgrade, Serbia, where Stanislav attended the seminary.